welcome to the My Tribe podcast. Want to thank you for coming on. Um, I know that we were connected through a common friend, Mr. Connor McDonald, and I know
Yep.
we spent some time in a ski house where I got to know you pretty well up at Hunter Mountain,
Yep.
and I got to see
That's
a.
the best, one of the best moments, like memories I have of everybody. Like shredding. I love shredding.
I know, man, shredding with the boys was a great time up at Hunter. And
Right.
yeah, and I got to see a unique, hardworking, driven individual, even when it was that, party ski house up at Hunter Mountain vibe. I think that's a lot of the reason why I, have a lot of respect for you and appreciate the individual that you are. So I just want to preface this with that. I guess, going a little bit of your background, if you will.
So, just like regular upstate New York kid. I live in Montgomery area, the Hudson Valley. And, I grew up here. I was do whatever a kid up here does. We hunt, we fish, we like get in trouble, like, drinking or like whatever, like in cornfields and just like a normal suburban lifestyle. And I went to St. John's for 2 years, almost 3 years, and my best friend passed away. So I dropped out of school and I came back home and I started working in the deli that my friend worked at and his family owned. And, I love that. I really love like cooking and baking. And, so I really excelled in that field. And then when the owners were getting rid of the place, I tried to step up and buy it. And, long story short, like it didn't work out for me because the landlord didn't think I was like old enough, mature enough to run a business out of his strip mall. So I ended up meeting this older woman named Joanne Grant, and she kind of like got me involved in the antique and auction business. So that was almost 7 years ago now, and I excelled in that because it's how can you not like antiques and art, and it's like a fun job. You meet new people every day, and so I've been doing that since 2017, and I still do it, and it's been slow because I went out on my own basically. So I still do freelancing here and there and all this jazz, but I decided to stop working for everybody basically when I started getting into shape because I could see like the the antique business is like a lot about people dying, like it's like sad. You hear like sad story after sad story about like that was my mother's, that was my grandfather's, or and then people yell at you because you didn't sell something for enough money, or so there's like a lot of like BS involved. So when I started to do the fitness, like trying to get into shape, I could see how positive this is and like uplifting. And I feel like it's the opposite of the coin. Like it's not the death part, it's the life part.
Wow.
And we're all in here like I boosting each other up. And I just brings me to a story of when I came down to see, like we came down to Miami to for the bachelor party for my friend,
Mhm.
and we linked up with you when we were
Yeah.
at the bar. Everybody was coming up to you like Pat, 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 like I'm like that community like that, like it fed off onto me. I feel like it was just like radiating in
Mm.
the whole area. Like every time someone came up to you, I was like, does this happen to you every fucking day? Like, oh, sorry.
That was a
Like,
weird
my,
night, man. We
yeah, I was
can.
like, yo, does that happen to you all the time?
That
Like,
was
what the heck?
weird. It was like two or three people that just like, yo, you're from F45. I'm like, yeah, I am. What's up, man?
Right? I swear, like that energy that you like put out in the world, like you got these people motivated, like they were showing you their pictures. I'm like, they barely changed. I'm like, when did you meet that guy? He's like a month ago. I was like, oh, what the heck? He's already showing you pictures. Like, I was like, oh wow. So like that really, like I was already getting like hooked, but like that moment, I was like, wow, like I want to do that. Like I want to like get the same vibe as you. Like when I walk in a room, people are like, Andy, like you freaking changed my life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah.
I really
Oh yeah.
like that was like, the life part, and then that, like, it was just like, wow, like, so it just kind of like kick started a new me basically. And I get a lot of hate now. Kind of sucks because like I've tried to like be this positive figure and like, get my friends active, my brother, just anyone, my family. And they're like, oh, like, who do you think you are, Arnold? Like, and I'm just like, no, like, it's not like that. Like, I'm just trying to make sure everyone is trying to stay healthy. And it's hard here too. In this country, we have like really poor food quality and we eat like crap. And it's hard to like get people out of this mindset. So yeah, like back to where I was saying, last year I got my gym membership in November. So it's been about a year since I started training. I was 235 pounds. Now I'm 205. Put on muscle. Like, yeah, like, I'm like, it's slow and steady, but it's just really have been a positive thing. Like sometimes, I would be like sad sometimes. I wouldn't know why. And like nowadays, like it's like I'm just happy. I have energy. I feel like I'm 19 years old again. It's insane. And yeah, just basically that. And my plan is now, like, I don't want to stop doing the antiques and stuff, but like on the other end, like I really want to focus more on this fitness part. And I'm like been looking at places to rent to open up a gym, and like I'm going to school to get my personal training certificates and stuff. So, like I'm trying to make this my life because I really think this is very rewarding, and just the positivity it spreads is like top notch. Like you're just, what I'm saying? Does that
Yeah,
make any sense?
yeah. I want to let you go, bro. You were going. That was
I'm
great.
just cooking.
Ah, that was amazing. Thank you, for like I'm so grateful that I could be a part of your journey. And thank you for speaking well of me and I guess the
Oh,
people,
dude, since I met you, you've been nothing but a good friend to me and almost like a brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I very meet a lot of people in my life, a lot of friends, this and that, and I'm blessed to meet great people. And when I find great individuals like yourself, I like to, go out of my way and really like you came down to Florida, you were in Miami, you took you came up to Fort Lauderdale to see me like, I'm gonna show my boys a good time. Like
Heck
that's
yeah.
just the little things that a lot of people, oh man, I'm in Miami, dude. I don't know if I can do it. I'm out with 20 guys. I don't know if we can come see you. And like you did. And we had an amazing time.
It
And
was
that
so much
a
fun.
little bit. Yeah, it was so much fun. But I mean, it just goes to show like how you value friendships and the relationships in your life to make time for them. So thank you for that.
Always, brother.
And so what was your fitness journey before like
So, you
before
know,
this
I,
November, let's
I've been struggling my whole life with my body and how I look. And, I just never had the drive, I guess, to like get in there. When I was like 15, 16, I got a Planet Fitness membership and I would go every day. And I had an unfortunate like snowboarding accident and I kind of hurt my shoulder.
Mhm,
And that left me like out. Like I couldn't even pick my arm up.
mhm.
I never went to I should have went to the doctor maybe at I don't know, but I just was
Never
15,
addressed it.
16. So yeah, like I regret it now, like going back. But after that, it kind of like killed my drive. But then I did the P90X, I tried Insanity, and
Okay.
like I would stay consistent maybe like for 3 weeks and then stop doing it. And
Mm,
then like I went to college and then like my friend passed away. But I was chubby my whole life, like bigger kid, short, Italian, I eat freaking pasta all the time. And that's just how it is. Like it's okay in my family to be overweight and like a little chubby, like not like calling anybody out, but like it's a normal thing. Like even like I go see my grandma now and she's like, oh, you got to stop, you're getting too skinny. Like, and it's like I can't win, it's like I can't win.
mm,
So yeah,
mm,
that's been basically my journey. I've been like very stagnant, and I can keep up. Like I go snowboarding and people are surprised. They're like, wait, you can shred down the mountain. I'm like, why are you so surprised? But I could see why they were so surprised, because it's like, oh, look at this kid. Like he doesn't know, he can't possibly know how to snowboard because he's
mm.
overweight, looks uncoordinated or whatever. And it has a lot to do with like growing up with lazy eye. I hate
Mhm.
to like say it, but like I'm really bad at sports, like because of it. I have poor depth perception.
Okay.
So I never really played sports or anything. So my like, I'm not like never was like active, you know what I mean? Other than like hiking, fishing, stuff like that. And then when I worked in the bakery, that's when I was the skinniest as my like adult self. Back in like 2017, I was 170, but I had like absolutely zero muscle tone at all. Like I just looked like a frail man. But like I was strong as hell. Like I could move bags of flour like they were nothing, like on two on each shoulder and like dump them over. So like it wasn't like I wasn't active or anything. It's just like, I was pretty stagnant and just like drank a lot and partied a lot, smoked a lot of weed, and just everything that was not good for you. That's what I was doing. So then, fast forward, I was in like a dark place last year. Um, and I was just like looking in the mirror one day and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it. Like it's 20 bucks. Started grinding, like, and then I got one of my friends started training with me. His name's Matt Beebe.
Hold on.
And
Hold on. Before we go to Matt Beebe, it cut out a little bit. I want to
oh,
go back. You were looking in the mirror, and I missed that. I want to make sure. It
oh, okay. So
seemed like a
one
pivotal.
day it was like last year I was going through some shit. Everyone deals with shit. I don't want to like get too deep into that, but
Yeah.
you get as a man, it's hard to reach out to people. So, one day I'm just like looking in the mirror, like just hating on myself. Like, what did you do? Like, you're just a piece of shit. Like, and like, I was like, screw it. Like, Planet Fitness is 20 bucks a month. I work 10 feet away from it. Like, I might as well jump in there. So I started to go, not like sporadically, like, once a week, twice a week. Then my friend Matt was starting to like get freer at work because like the busy season, he's a bartender. So
Mhm.
like he started to come back, and then we started going a lot together, like maybe 4 or 5 times a week, like really hitting the weights. And then it got to a point like we were just doing the machines. And then like one day I was like, dude, what about all the free weights over here? And he was like, well, I was like waiting for you to get stronger and like more used to them. And I was like, no, like we're hitting the free weights. So like then we started hitting the free weights, and that really like changed my mind, like in the gym. And then like I started watching the Arnold videos and the Franco Columbos and the Tommy Platz videos, and I started like incorporating all of the greats into my workouts. So like, like on Fridays, I hit Ferrigno Fridays, and it's
Oh,
just like brutal. It's like the most brutal arm workout ever. But like I swear it's amazing.
I love that, man. That's
um
amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing the last like 4 months. I've been like writing down all my workouts, and like I give them a name for the day. So I've like, like yesterday was like freaky arms Halloween or something like that. Well, I could pull it up. But like I got like a bunch, like, but yeah, that's basically what I do. I'm a nerd. I can't help myself. So,
That's so
I've been keeping
awesome,
track
man.
of all my weight lifts and everything. And then another thing I've been doing, which is crazy, I've been buying weights on Facebook, like they're going out of style. So like
Hmm.
currently in my garage, I have maybe 3,000 pounds of iron plates and like bumper plates and stuff. And like I got every curl bar every shape and size bar,
Wow.
and like 3 barbells. Like I got a whole setup in the backyard right now, with like no room in the garage. Like I just like, it's like packed in there, but when I can't get to the gym, I'll like just do a crazy workout here with like just free weights. Everyone calls it my prison setup.
Who says
Uh,
that?
everybody, dude, like everybody I show that to, they're like, you do that in your backyard? It looks like jail. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they're rusty. They're rusty, but they're still heavy. Um,
That's
but
amazing.
yeah, like the free weights really like that. When I start hitting free weights, that's like, I was like, wow, that is a real workout. Like, wow, like so, I was doing like, the bro split, at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like not seeing really results after like 6 months. So then I started to do more research and like figuring out like how my body should heal. And, I've been eating right and everything. There's an old bodybuilder, Mike Metzger, and he's always like, he preaches like high intensity, but like low volume training.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, it doesn't really work. So like I kind of like mix the two ideologies. Like you have the Arnold, like the high volume, high intensity, and the Mike Metzger. I kind of like blended the two together
Mm.
into like my own unique like fitness plan. And honestly, for me, it's been working. Like I would never like try to push it down someone's throat or try to make them train like me. But like our buddy Connor that you mentioned before, like Connor, I went down to Equinox. He had the free pass, and like we did chest and arms together.
Mhm.
And like, I sent him the routine I wanted to do before. Like I just made it up on the train on the way down. I was like, yo, we're doing this. And he was like, why do you do the dips last? And I'm like, trust me. Because he's like, no, we gotta have clean form and everything at the beginning. We should do the dips at the. I was like, just trust me. Like this is how it's gonna work. So then we did like right at the end, like we did like everything you could think of, like chest press, freaking overhead press, tricep extensions, every kind of like chest and tricep workout. Like maybe like ended up doing like 30 sets, 40 sets of like workouts. And then I was like, now we got to do dips. He was like, I can't even feel my arms. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the point. Like, we're going to do dips now because it's going to just like, so then we're eating tacos like a half hour later. And he's like, my arm is still shaking. Is that normal? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, for me, it's normal. Like, that happens almost every time I do that. Like, and he's just like, so then like a couple of days later, text me like, dude, like the dips at the end was the best idea I ever did. Like that was great. And I was like, yeah, that's why I told you. Like,
Trust
I
me.
wasn't like I was like, yo, just trust me. Like, so that made me feel great because Connor has been training and doing sports his whole entire life. And like he said that to me, like, no one's ever pushed me like that. And I was like, really?
Mm.
Like, I'm confused. I'm like, me? Like, me, little me, like, you're
You,
supposed to be
baby,
pushing
that's
me.
you.
I'm like, you're supposed to be pushing me. I'm the chubby guy in the room here. Like, and he's like, dude, that's some brutal shit you do. Like, and I'm just like, listen, well, I don't know. Like, it's like, I'm like, I don't,
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
I don't know. Um, but
Wow.
yeah, that's basically been it. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and like I'm not really social at the gym or anything. I have my buddy Matt at Planet Fitness. Really, I still have the membership there, so like I'll train with him on like off days. But I usually go to Golds now with my friend Buffy,
Mhm.
and we go hard there. Like and I'm in the corner, like we're in the corner. I'm like, come on, you got one more, like, and people are looking at us, but like I don't care. Like I'm like,
Mm.
this is how you're supposed to train. Like you're supposed to freaking help, encourage, and freaking like push each other to the limit. Like, and that's what I try to do every time. I try to leave like absolutely nothing left in the tank by the time I leave the gym. And and then if I have to take a 2 day rest, I'll take a 2 day rest. I'll make sure I get my food in right. And I'm not being too strict on that. I don't know. Most people, I feel like once you start doing that, you get kind of obsessive. But that's something I'm looking into more now, like counting and keeping track of everything. I
Mhm.
just like, I don't know, I have that like stigma, like the eating disorders thing. I don't know, like it just like freaks me out. So like I have like stayed away from the calorie counters and stuff, and like weighing myself every day. I just feel like that just like doesn't help you get ahead. I mean, it's like just give the body what it wants and like just eat what makes you happy. Eat some pizza if you want. Like it's not gonna be like one time a week or every other week. Like just don't like binge. Like when I got a friend up here too, he's always like pushing this no carb diet on me, and I hate that. I don't know if you have an opinion on that, the no carb thing.
It may work for some people. It doesn't work for me. I
Not for sure.
when I started working with a personal trainer initially, he recommended stacking carbs the opposite way that I had.
Hmm.
So I would have, growing up, you'd get up, you had a bacon, egg, and cheese or a bagel in the morning. Lunch was something, maybe a sandwich, and then dinner was pasta. Like I ate like an Italian family, pasta, heavy, heavy carbs at night. And when he's like, take that model and flip it, have more of your carbs in the morning, and then have as limited as possible at night, because
Hmm.
carbs are, they turn into a simplex sugar. And that's when, that's energy burning, burning and
Yeah,
burning.
yeah.
It's gas in the tank, and you don't need that gas in the tank if you're going to bed.
When you're going to bed,
There's no need.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. So when he broke that down, I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Um,
I like
but
that.
one thing I really like I noticed little things about people. And when we first went up to the ski house, um, it was kind of like, all right, this is Connor. I know Connor, but these are Connor's friends from home. And one thing I always like notice, like we'd be out, we'd be hanging around, chilling, doing campfire stuff, and always had your phone out. You'd always be, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Oh, just like, selling, doing something. And and I'm seeing a little more of it here. It's the fact that you dive in like head first and you just commit. And I saw glimpses of that in the weekends that we spent together when people are the week's supposed to end.
Mm.
And like to see that hustle and drive, it really gave me like a newfound respect for yourself. And I mean, not that I knew you or didn't, but it just put you like, wow, that's impressive homies out here still selling stuff, still working when we're supposed to be at the party ski house. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can you speak to like that work ethic and that consistency?
I mean, I could just like attribute that to my upbringing. We're like, I think I'm the fourth generation now here in this country. But
Mm,
like my great grandparents came here with nothing, and then the Great Depression hit. But like my grandma Gilda, who's still alive, she's like, we never were hungry growing up. Like her parents didn't have any money, but they still had a roof and there was still food. I feel like my work ethic comes from that Italian American ingenuity. Like we came here with nothing, they treated us like shit, and then we made something with it nothing. And now like look at it, like everyone has Italian food all the time. Like like we ingrained our culture in this country, and like I don't forget the past. You know what I mean? Like even though I didn't experience the hardships, I feel like I owe it to them that like I work so hard, and you know like just pay it forward. Like I don't want to be like a disgrace to my family. You know what I mean? Like they sacrificed so much to get us to where we are at. And some people get like, I feel like they get jealous sometimes. They're like, oh, you don't have to like worry about this or that. And I'm like, no, it's like that's what my family did for us to make it to this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like I can go out and have fun and buy antiques all day because like I didn't have to finish college or anything, because like I could do whatever I want. Like essentially, like this is America. This is the American dream. If I feel like doing that, I can do that. If I don't feel like doing it anymore, I could do something else. And like that's what they instilled into us when we were little kids. You know what I mean? Like just don't forget where you came from, respect other people, work hard, and you'll have a good life if you like stay positive and just keep moving forward. Even if the world goes to shit, there will always be food in the garden outside. Like we'll always know how to take care and survive. And I just feel like that just turns into work and turns into your life. You know what I mean?
mm.
I don't know if that makes sense, but for me, it makes sense.
It certainly does. Thank you for sharing.
um, no problem. But yeah, like, I mean, when my friend Matt passed away and
Hmm.
I came up and worked at the deli, I was really, 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 really upset. Like, I couldn't like eat. I lost a lot of weight because I was like just so shot. Like, and then when I started working in the deli, I really felt connected to him in there. So like I never wanted to leave the deli. Like I would work like towards the end of it, like the last year or so, I was pulling 12-hour days, 5 days a week, and working on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday for like 6 hours, like just like a quick weekend, just in and out. Like, and that was just because I didn't want them to ruin the store the 2 days I wasn't there. So I would go in to make sure the stuff was clean, packed away. So then Monday morning, 4 a.m., I was there ready to rock and spin bagels in the oven. And, that was a whole year. I was like doing 80-hour weeks sometimes, like clockwork. And, that took a toll on me. Like I wasn't eating right. I lived off of coffee. Like I ate coffee and bagels for a year, like in turkey sandwiches. Like, and
Hmm.
I was skinny, but like I was no way fit. I was not healthy at all. Like that was not healthy for any man or woman to do. Like as I would not recommend it. Um,
Seemed like that was a really tough loss for you.
that was honestly it was it to this day, like it's been 9 years, and it's just devastating to me. Even like, I'm not gonna get like too emotional or dive too far into that, but my buddy was dealing with drug problems and ultimately overdosed. And, it shocked everybody. He was such a big member of the community. Like we did Boy Scouts together. He was still in the troop doing the parades on the weekends and stuff. And like, you
Mm.
know, people were like, how could he have done that? And like, they treated him almost like he was a bad person, but like he was sick, and it's okay. People do it, and some people make it out, some people don't. Unfortunately, he didn't make it out, but to this day, I always think it was a blessing in disguise. Like, not like it's, I can't, how am I going to word this? Not a blessing, but like for me, at least, when I dropped out of school and I was like in that dark place, maybe like I had like a job at this like dog kennel, and then his dad called me like, we really need help. So then I started working there like day one, and they showed me the cash register, how to use it. And then I came the following week, and then I went right on the cash register and started ringing people out. And they were like, how did you remember that? And I was like, oh, like you showed me last week. Like, so that like, I kind of just knew I would jive in there. Like, and so then, one day a week turned into two, it turned into three, turned into seven after a while. I just like
Eight.
literally like took the, like literally, because I was going to school on top of working there. So I went back to Oct to get a radiology degree. And freaking I get waitlisted. They were like, get a 4.0 and you'll get in the program. So I worked my ass off. I got a 4.0 and they waitlisted me. So I was like, screw that. I'm already killing it at this bagel store, baking, and like I was making breads, like all different breads and new recipes and stuff. And I was really bringing in a crowd to this place that was like semi dying. And
Mhm.
I brought the life back because everyone said when Matt passed away, the store kind of died. So I was him. Like I felt like he was there with me and we were like just killing it together. And like I feel like I never wanted to leave. Like, so I just worked my ass off, and then I was able to um leave there, obviously. And then Joanne hired me 2017. It was like that was a fluke because I used to make her breakfast all the time. And I just love antiques. So like, oh, I'd be like, oh, this is cool. What are you guys doing here? She's like, oh, we have auctions. And then, after the deli closed, we were all out to dinner. Like this old guy, Jerry, who used to come to the deli, and his brother were like all out to dinner with like the normal regulars that'd be there in the morning, plus Joanne. And they're
Mhm.
like, ask him, ask him, ask him, ask him. And they were like, I'm like, ask me what? And they're like, you know how to use a computer? And I was like, yeah, of course I know how to use a computer. So like I had no idea. So they're like, you're gonna start Monday, basically. So I show up to work, I have no idea what to do. They're like, bring a laptop, like, so I'm like, all right. And then the next thing it's like I'm like taking pictures of stuff. I'm like doing the catalogs, the like before you know it, I'm running the whole entire gallery. And like I don't want to get into this part of it, but like then I just wasn't happy there. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
And there was some stuff going on, and like I just wasn't happy anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm bouncing from here, and I quit. So then I quit. She hired two other people to replace me.
Mm.
So it's like I was literally killing it, and she was just wanted more and more and more. Like if like I did an auction, 2 weeks later she wanted another one on, and it was like, how am I supposed to do all this work? Like it's impossible to do with one person. So it's
Mhm.
like it took me quitting for her to hire two or three more people because like she has one guy in and out. But
Mm.
I'm like, that's crazy. So like I haven't looked back. I've done a couple auctions since I quit there. It was in April. I
Okay.
quit there, and I've done a couple auctions since then, maybe five, but they've been like small time, like garage clean outs, whatever. It's hard. I'm trying to like build up a client base for that, but at the same time, I'm not really focusing on it because I've been focusing on fitness so much,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to like get into this world. I honestly, like I said, the opposite side of the coin was the life part for me, which really dragged me into the gym. Especially, I'm gonna just say something about you. When you were living in New York City, you were working in the buildings, right?
Mhm.
You when you were mean, bro, like you had like the mean look on your face, like you're not like not like you were physically mean, but like you had the look on your face, like the New York fucking grind was killing you. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
you were bigger, you know what I mean? Like you just had that look, like you were looked older. And then when I seen you in Florida, you look 10 years younger. Like you went down there, you got positive minded people down there. Everyone, like, the sunshine, like you
Mhm.
found the fountain of youth. Like if you stayed in New York City, when you didn't like left, who knows? Like you would have been smoking cigarettes every day. Like, I don't know. Like,
No, you're right.
it just, it was a totally different vibe. You completely changed your whole life up to do what you want to do, which is like, honestly, that was like so cool that you did that. And I was like, we were all so proud of you. Like when Connor told me you were moving down to Florida, I was like, that's fucking sick. Like, because
Thank
everyone's like, I bet you everyone, I don't know this for a fact, but I bet you everyone around you was like, are you nuts? You have this great job. You're just gonna abandon it all to go to Florida. You have no idea what you're doing down there, blah, blah, blah. But it's like you're a grown ass man. Like, and you took the leap, and that's fucking awesome, bro.
thank you, man. I appreciate that. It wasn't easy, but it was certainly worth it. And yeah, I mean, that was not definitely not the, let's call it, main driving force, but I knew that if I were to take this leap of faith, I believed in myself. I knew that I like
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is, I don't know what I want to do at that point in my life, but I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna do it very well because I know I can connect with people. I know that I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. But it's not easy always to tap into that, to just say like, I'm out. Like you
Yeah,
said,
jump
everybody
out.
around me, like other me was looking at me like, what, are you crazy? Are you insane? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
But too many things lined up, too many things happened in the perfect way that I couldn't not take that leap. I couldn't disrespect myself and my journey by staying stagnant and staying in fear and staying just in fear, living in that fear.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was wild. But I wanna there was something you brought up that I wanted to circle back to in terms of the oh, that's what it was. Okay. Thinking about everybody, you know, the people looking at you. How have you managed that? You know, as you like you were talking about your family, oh, you're getting too skinny and you're getting haters and things of that nature. And I know that I've experienced that um on multiple fronts and my whole life. I mean, a lot of people would call me an overachiever. I like however that's good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
And I
It's
know a
like,
lot of like my stuff was bred from like insecurities and things of that nature and like moving from a place of desperation, not inspiration. And
mm-hmm.
that's kind of where I was my whole life, and now it's coming from that place of inspiration. Can you speak a little bit to your journey, how you've been managing that?
So I feel like my whole life, I feel like I've just been like, I was never enough for anybody, but I've always been trying to please people my whole life. So it's like, when I was little, my eye issues, everyone made fun of me for having a lazy eye. They were like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, I'm talking to you guys. What the hell is wrong with that? So, I have a lot of anger. I had a lot of anger in me. And, I would never really have outbursts or anything. But like when you would get me to my breaking point, I would blow up on people, like lose my shit, like, and just completely lose it. It's like night and day.
Mm,
And, that stems from that. So I've been like bullied because of that. I've been bullied because I'm chubby. I've been bullied because I can't play sports. Like, so it's like, I've just always been bullied. And then like, not like physically bullied. No one's ever like beat me up and like swirling me, but like mentally abusing me. Like, and, it weighs on you. And then it's like, well, why don't you just go and work out and do this? It's like, because you feel embarrassed to go in there and do it. So now it's like, I'm not embarrassed at all. I'm in there grunting. I don't give a shit if people are staring at me. Like, it's like, I just completely flipped my mindset. Like, if you want to talk shit, talk as much shit as you want about me, because it's only going to bring me closer to my goals. Like, I've been joking around the last couple of weeks about like becoming a bodybuilder, like a pro, like in competing, not a pro, but like competing in the amateur circuit.
mhm.
And everyone's like, yeah, right. I was working out for years and I never had a six pack, or like I was doing this. Like, you don't have what it takes to do it. It's like, but it's like, keep telling me that. And like, you're gonna see when I'm up on that stage, even if I lose, I don't care. I'm still a winner because you guys don't believe in me, and I don't care about that. Like, so yeah, like when you see me on the stage in the spray tan, like I said, I could come in dead fucking last, but I'll still be a champion because no one else would do it. So that's how I deal with the hate, because I'm just used to it, and just being older now, I just don't pay any mind to it. Some people get really down and just like they can't even like function because they are afraid of what other people think. I'm genuinely like a genuine me. Like what you see is what you get. I'm not hiding from the world anymore. It's like I'm gonna conquer the world. We made a joke. They said like you should make your pronouns champion on like on all my social medias. But it's like a joke, like being a champion.
Let's
But it's
go.
like that's why I feel like you have to be a champion to like conquer this earth. Like no matter what you do, if you want to work in the office, you want to work at the post office, you should just always put your fucking best effort and have that mindset that you're gonna take what you want and be a champion. Like, and I feel like that's a lot of men today really don't have that killer instinct anymore. I don't know if it's bad or good, but like you get labeled as toxic or like superficial or vain or like, but it's like no, I'm doing what I'm doing because this makes me happy. I'm healthier. I feel great. Like I said, I literally feel like I'm 19 again. Like I was at this point where I was like so low energy. Like I would just come home and sleep. Like, why am I sleeping? I didn't do anything all day. I sat on the computer and worked. And once I started hitting the weights, like, dude, I'm telling you, the energy levels went up. My hair stopped falling out. Like, I feel like a new man. Like, I'm like, let's go. Like, I'm ready for this. But yes, like the bodybuilding thing was a joke, like complete freaking joke. But then like I just got so much hate from it. So I'm like, screw this. Like maybe I can't. Maybe I'm about to do this. Like so, I keep saying 2025 is going to be my debut because I don't think I got it next year. Like I don't know. I really got to figure out the secret to be ready for next year. But I keep saying 2025. You're going to see me on stage, win, lose or draw. If I win, that'd be fucking insane. I would literally do a backflip on the stage. That'd be literally insane. It'd be like just coming out of nowhere, like 31 years old, like freaking flexing on stage. Like they're like, how the hell did he do this? Where did he come from?
Dude, that's
But yeah, that's been like a fun goal I have. If it doesn't happen, I'll still be happy. You know what I mean?
hmm
I don't need to compete, but it would be funny to compete and fun, and I think that would really like prove everyone. They're just like, wow, he actually did it. He's crazy. Because that's another thing I've been dealing with my whole life. Everyone thinks I'm crazy because like I was going to school to be a doctor. Then I left school and then I was doing radiology, but then I wanted to be a baker because I liked working in the bakery. And then I was like, no, if the bakery closed, whatever. We make way more money at the auction house. Like, so I started doing the auction stuff and now I'm doing the gym stuff. So it's like, I try to like feed off the world and just like going with the flow. And people could hate on me all they want. They've been doing it since I'm a baby, and it's never gonna stop. They're always gonna hate. So it's like you're either too skinny, you're too fat, you're never right, you're never perfect. So you just have to like take what you can from everybody and let it motivate you. And I'm telling you, one day I'm gonna be on that stage with the spray tan.
2025. You better let me know. I'm gonna be there cheering for
Of
you.
course, of course. I'm gonna let everybody know. And
Yeah.
then like I'll have the speech ready. I'll be like, I really want to thank all the haters. like because it wouldn't have been possible without you guys.
Damn, that's so amazing. Like, oh, I mean, for an individual to be, and this is my perspective, blessed with so many struggles, from the lazy eye, from being chubby, from not being athletic, all of it, you have this distinct ability to dream so big. I mean, the bakery is going out of business, and instead of like, oh man, let me pack up and go work at McDonald's or go back to school, it's I'm gonna buy this. And I got that through the glimpses that we got to experience, get to see that, you know, I love surrounding myself with people that dream big because it's very rare that you find people in this world that dream big. And you're one of those distinct people. How is it that how do you do that so well?
Um, Honestly, I don't have an answer for you. I just feel like it's my personality, like if I can't figure it out, if I could think it, I if I could like think it, I know I can make it happen. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like maybe I'm a daydreamer, you know, like and they're actually hold on, I'm gonna pull my phone out. There's a quote that I have saved,
Yeah.
and this is like one of my I don't know it off the top of my head, but you know I saw it somewhere and I thought it was amazing. But let's think about daydreamers versus people who are nighttime dreamers. Hold on, where is that? Sorry.
Take your time, man.
It's not live. I forgot. Hold on. Jesus, dreamers. Oh, right here. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind wake up in the day to find that it's only vanity. But dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. T.E. Lawrence said that. I think he was a writer. But like when I saw that, that's how I felt. Like it's like I make up ideas and I come up with, you know, businesses or just like a idea or something, you know. And sometimes they don't work out. Most of the time they don't work out. Sometimes they do work out. You know what I mean? It's like you're not going to win all the time, but
Hmm.
that is like dangerous, man. Like because people like that are dangerous. Like if you could see it and make it happen, you are a dangerous person because most people are just going to be sleeping. You know what I mean? And they're going to be afraid of you. Like, what? Why does he think he can do this? Why? That's why people call me crazy. It's like I am a little crazy, but like you know the good kind of crazy where like I'm not like trying to hurt anybody crazy. I'm just like trying to motivate my people and build up my people and other people around me to create like a win-win situation type of deal all around. And you know, back in the day, I was probably like 18, 19, and I always like made a joke like I want to start the a company called the Circle of Friends, and that would be like all of my really good friends. And like, you know, this circle comes from like the round table, like King Arthur type of stuff. So like everyone eats together. Like where if I'm successful, I want you to be successful. I want him to be successful because at the end of the day, like if you have a real strong brotherhood of friends, that's how you're going to be successful in this world. You can't do it alone. You need help from everybody, and you got to grab good parts from people, bad parts from people, and figure it out. And you know you're going to lose some friends in the way, because some people just don't aspire to be better. They just want to sit down and be complacent. And I've just never been like that. My thing is like I don't want to like hate on postal workers because this is the what I always say. I'm like I could work at the post office anytime I want. You know what I mean? But like I have this moment now. You know, if I fail, I fail. If I win, I win. But it's all on me. Like at the end of the day, no one's gonna tell me I didn't try. I don't know if that's I think that's a good answer.
That's an amazing answer. Yeah. Wow. It's all on you.
It's all on me. Like I said, like if I'm like old and broke on the fucking oxygen machine one day with no social security coming in or whatever, it's me. It's on me. Like and the way the world's going right now, people like me are the ones that are going to thrive because we're not just going to comply and be like, oh, like I can bend and figure out something else. I could adapt and change and really like find something else if I needed to. You know what I mean? Like I said, if if for some reason there's like another Great Depression, uh, there's going to be a full on farm out in the back of my house. We're going to be hunting and fishing. We won't. It'll be the same thing. My family won't have to worry about food. Same thing as 100 years ago. Like we didn't have to worry about food then. We're not gonna have to worry about food now because we're just gonna survive, basically. And I feel like I'm a survivor, um, just through and through. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even when I get to the darkest places I get to, I still find the way out and could put a smile on my face just to ensure another person doesn't have as shitty time as me. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's I don't know if that's bad or a good thing, but you know, I feel like it's gotten me pretty far. I have friends all over the world, and like you bring me up, and people, I never really noticed it, but like you know, recently, I've been kind of down, and then when I talk to my friends, they're telling me like, if something happened to you, we'd be devastated. And I'm like, oh, like I never really felt like that. I just feel like I'm there sometimes, like, and no one really pays attention to me. So like that's also been really motivating too, because like, damn, I guess I have more of an impact on people's lives than I thought. Um, but yeah, that's like me in a nutshell. um, I'm goofy. I'm a funny guy. I love to cook. Like, I'm always finessing upstairs. Just making whatever I want. Everyone's like, wait, you blah blah blah. Like you cook? Like, yeah, I love cooking. That's like my life. Like that, like I never played sports, but like give me a knife and some vegetables and food, I'll make you whatever you want. Like,
You
uh
have it up at the house, I remember.
yeah. I forgot I cooked up there. Yes, but like, that brings joy to me. Like seeing other people happy really does bring joy to me. So um, maybe if I'm going through something really bad, I'll break down, I'll be emotional, but it's only for a point, and then I gear it all back in, like reel it all in, and I'm ready to shine again. I want to be a good person to everybody. Like even if they hurt me, you know what I mean? Like I always try to figure out a way to be like, well, maybe they're just different, or like, something happened and they're upset. So it does open up you to get hurt sometimes. Like I can't say I haven't been hurt and like devastated by people that I thought were my best friends, and then they turn a blind eye on you after 15 years, because you make a comment about their girlfriend or something, like not being nice to you, and then they just write you off like you're a dead fish. Like all right, I guess 15 years of friendship and like what I look as a brotherhood meant nothing to you, but whatever. And then like still this day, like I could be like, oh well, maybe he was just going through some shit. But it's like, no, they're never coming back. They're just dead weight for you now. Like they're not positive people. So I've been like reshuffling the deck with my friends and everything and people I associate with and trying to cut out the negative. But you can't cut out all the negative because some of the negative comes from people that you are family with and close with, and they just like don't understand my vision. So like I get a lot of shit because like I talk about the gym a lot because it's really like I feel like it's like my safe place. So like I always talk about the gym and I want other people to get that experience that I had. And a lot of times they just give me shit. They're like, "Can you shut up and talk about something else?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." um, but yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
um,
And it's tough when you're very passionate about something and you want to share it with your loved ones and they're not receptive to it. It's not easy. Not always easy for
oh,
that.
no, it's like then you just have to learn how to like not care, I guess. Like what the like I say, I can't say like the people that hate on me, it doesn't bother me, but like it does, it just motivates me. It's like I'll talk to Connor about it. He's like, don't let people like affect your mood. And it's like it does a little bit, but I'm just talking to him about it to like get it off my chest because otherwise I'll just sit there and think about it all the time. So it's more or less like I'm trying to like, hey, like what do you think about this situation? Because they'd be like, why are you upset about that? And I'm like, I'm not that, I'm like really not that upset. I'm just like, I had to ask you, like, what do you think about this? And he's like, oh, and he's been a great help the last year, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know you went to college with Connor. Connor's a great man.
So
But
supportive.
yeah, he's done so supportive. And like I said, when he said that, like we trained together, that was like the hardest I worked out in years. I was like, what? Like, really? I'm like, that's like a normal day for me. Like, what the heck? And he's just like, damn, like you're a maniac. And I'm like, I guess I
Oh,
am.
probably when he went to 7 a.m.s with me and they were crying about it.
Right? Like, yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Like,
before that.
yeah, right. It's like the last work I had was years ago. But that was like fun for me. Like I was like, oh, like I can't believe that. Like I was just this chubby kid. I'm still this. I feel like and everyone's like, "Oh, you look amazing. You look amazing." And like, I look in the mirror still, and I'm just like, "What is everyone talking about? I still look like a bag of bones." Like, damn. But that's just body dysmorphia. I feel like every person has that. It's never gonna go away. You can't be the perfect body. So you have to just like live with your flaws. But at the same time, you are gonna be your number one critic. So like people are like, don't hate on your body, or don't like, it's impossible. I'm sorry. I can't say it's not impossible, but like it's definitely hard for most people. And then you have these influencers on social media all juiced up on gear and shit, and then like claiming that they don't do it. And it's like, dude, like, be honest. Like, no one cares that you take steroids or do extra shit. Just be honest, because you have 14-year-old kids looking up to these guys like, oh, I can look like that. And it's like, no, you really can't, kid. Like, and then you have kids, like, that's a thing now. Like, I didn't even realize kids in high school are taking steroids. And
Yeah.
it's like, it's a problem in America that like the steroid use is so early. Like, yeah, if you want to be a pro bodybuilder and be in the open class and training for Mr. Olympia, go for it. Get a
Mm.
doctor, get your blood work, go for it. But if you're just a normal person like us, there's no reason to do this shit. Like, and people like they want to cheat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna quote Sam Sulek, one of his videos he did. It's not a quote from him, but he's like, people who like to walk for the walking and not the destination will walk further. So it's like, just enjoy the journey, and you're going to get to where you want to be. You can't rush it. So it's like, yeah, if you just want the destination, you're going to cheat. You're going to like ruin your body for what? To kill yourself when you're 40 or even younger. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, that's been my thing too. Like, I want to be very positive, and the plan is for the next, like, it's not ready yet, but like we are trying to start like a brand. um I don't know, should I say the name?
I mean, you're welcome to if you want to
All
keep.
right, I'll say the name. So we want to start a brand called Adaptive, and it's like, just to adapt and always be ready for changing for the better, and
Mm.
it's gonna start small. We're gonna make some shirts and gear and stuff online, and like get a website launching, and we're going to do TikToks and Instagram videos, and track my journey and my friend Buffy
Mhm.
journey, which is, he's already like built, like he's like ready to compete tomorrow. Like, I keep telling him, like, because there's guys who are winning in the natural class, like he's bigger than them. Like, and
Mm.
I'm like, he looks more cut than them, like everything. Like, I'm like, dude, we got to get some spray tan on you and a Speedo. Like, you're going to be winning these contests all day long. So, like, that's been my, before the gym opens up, because I'm going to open up a gym. I just like been looking for spots.
Mhm.
Rent is too damn high. I'm going
Mm.
to say, just preface that the rent is too damn high, because everyone's like, why didn't you just do it already? It's like, I'm a paying 9 grand a month to charge $50 a month for a membership. Like, unless you guys want to pay $300 a month to come to the fucking iron jail looking gym, like, because I that's another thing. I don't want to have these fancy machines and stuff. I want to have like an old school bodybuilding gym where
Mm.
like it's metal and freaking steel and rust and just like grunting and sweaty fucking men everywhere, like just like getting jacked, like also staying healthy, but like that's what I want to focus on, that like golden era community. Like, when you see Arnold and them in the gym together, like training, and that friendship, like that's what I want to bring. Like, I want you to come to my gym and take your headphones off
Mm.
and engage with everybody and actually like enjoy what you're doing. You know what I mean? And like build a different kind of community, not like Planet Fitness. Everyone just on their headphones, like, oh, what am I doing? Like, you're like, no, get up, take him off. Let's talk. Let's work in together. Let's get pumped. Like, that's where I was. So the Adaptive will be the brand. That's the logo. That's like the thing, and we're gonna try to grow it for that, and have like a gym and the shirts and the apparel, stuff like that. Um,
Amazing, man. I love that.
yeah, and
Like,
then like I want to do like, I want to like I've been naming all these workouts, like it's like so I can make videos, like
yeah. Yeah, man.
um
That's Ah, that just gets me so excited. Like this is
Hell
that dreaming big. This is getting around big dreamers and seeing like, all right, we're gonna get a brand, we're gonna get shirts, we're gonna get a rusty a gym, we're gonna have that community. Like you don't get that too often. It's so
no, it's crazy to think too, because you think it would be more common, like, you'd want people to like be social, like, or whatever. It's like, but people go to the gym and they're like robots.
mm,
And I'm like, I feel like I bring life. Like, even like people are around. Oh, like, I'll tell you a funny story. This happened like a couple months ago at Gold's, and there's some like big monster juice head, and he's over on the preacher curl thing. He had some weight on there, but like it wasn't like anything that crazy. Like, so it's like he had like a 45 and a 25 on there, and he's curling it, and he's like screaming at the top of his lungs,
mm.
like, okay. In every set he gets up and he runs to the other side of the gym, like to get, I don't know what he does over there, but he disappears for like 2 minutes. So I like noticed that because I'm an asshole. So I'm like, oh, he gets up for like 2 minutes. So everyone around me, I'm like, yo, 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 watch this, watch this. And I start doing the preacher curls where he was just doing them screaming like a maniac. And everyone's like, stop, stop, stop. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back and be pissed. And I'm like, one more, one more, one more, one more. And then like finally came back and like I was off the thing, like on the other machine, like we're all laughing. He's like looking around, like, why is everyone laughing? Like, it's like that's what I just love that. Like that's what the gym should be about. Like fucking getting in there and like just grinding, like, and making people laugh and like just having fun.
So I think
Just to
this
give
industry
back.
has a lot more of that.
It needs a lot more of that. I swear to God.
There's a lot of insecurities. There's a lot of, fake people, very, very insecure people that are not trusting, that are very like it's for an industry that's so, rooted in positivity, rooted in growth. I find a lot of toxic positivity, toxic
Uh,
people, and
yep.
just try to be that light in it. And it's so so great to hear, that your intentions and where you're going to be bringing this vision to this industry, to this world. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
I hope I can, like I said, I hope I can roll out this stuff a lot sooner. The problem is it costs a lot of money to open up a gym. I don't know if people out there understand that either, because they're like, why didn't you just do it already? It's like, it's like not cheap. It is not cheap at all. Like, it is an expensive thing to start up and get off the ground. And it's not impossible to do, but it's definitely a feat. It's definitely hard to do. Yo, Jesse's here. Can he come say hi?
Jesse, pop on in and say hey. But I gotta get you. Gotta get you for a last question here.
Okay.
Before we wrap up, I wanna, go to where like kind of want to stay on the same track of where you brought this up, where your pride is, where your work ethic comes from 4 generations ago when your family came over. What are they going to be saying about you, about Andy, 4 generations from now?
Fuck. That's deep. That's a deep question. I mean, I feel like that's been like one of my my reasons too for going so hard. I want to leave a legacy, and like, build an empire. Not like, because we've just been here for 4 generations, but we don't have an empire. You know what I mean? Like, we have our family, we have what we have, but like it's just that we're just normal people. Like, I want people to remember me, especially my family, and I want them to look back and be like, Andy, and the struggles and everything he went through is why we have this. Same reason what I say about my grandparents 4 generations ago, that what they had nothing, and look what we have. It's like we have something, but look what we have now. It's not all about money and stuff either. It's just just like a legacy, like, maybe have some like a farm somewhere, or like, this, if this gym thing takes off, maybe like in 4 generations, I have gyms all over the world, like Gold's Gym, um, like, you got to start small, but like I also have the big picture in mind too. not to just be small minded and stay small forever because it's comfortable. It's like, no, you have to grow, you have to feel the pressure, you have to break out of that shell and just keep expanding and keep growing. And I hope one day I can instill that in my children, and I hope they can instill that in their children and then their children, and it will take care of itself. But I would like to be that, that spark, if I could be, and I would be honored to be. And maybe not even just my family, maybe people all around the world know who I am. I don't know if that's an ego thing or what. I don't know. Maybe that's like every man's dream, low key. Like, we were conquerors at one point in history. You know what I mean? Like, Alexander the Great was 20 something years old and he conquered the known world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's instilled in our DNA to go out and get more and take what is ours. And, they want to label us as toxic, but like, we weren't labeled toxic thousands, like, up until recently. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of crazy. Like, or like, ask the cops, like, when they're saving your life, if that's toxic masculinity saving your life. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. It's like, yes, I get it. Men can be toxic. Men have done horrible things through history, but
Certainly.
like, at the end of the day, we've done so much for history too. And I just think that is instilled in us to just be greater than the people before us and just keep being great. Maybe some people don't have that drive and they just like are gonna listen to this and be like, I don't know what he's talking about. But honestly, I don't care, because like, that's how I feel. And I feel like you're the same way. Like, you're an achiever. You take what's yours. Like, if you like want it, it's yours. Like, you're gonna make it happen, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be stopped.
It's true. Thank
Uh,
you. Appreciate that compliment.
yeah, no problem. Like I said, I was so happy to meet you guys. Like, what was that? When was that? Like 7 years ago now, or 6 years ago?
We probably about, yeah, 5 or 6 years.
2019, right?
2019.
2018, something like that. But yeah, like, I didn't know anybody in that house basically except for Connor and Jared, and
Mhm.
like, we all were instantly friends. Like, that's crazy. Like, like you said, like, oh, you thanked me to come and see you, dude. I would have came and saw you anyway. I didn't like. I was there with my friends' bachelor party, but like, I'd rather have hung out with you the whole time. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're like, I just feel like some people have it and some people don't. And if you don't, most people don't. So like, they don't see it. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And then they'll call you crazy, or like, they'll call you like, no, that's never gonna happen, or you can't compete. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna look like an idiot. Like, you're gonna be let down when you don't win or something. It's like, no, it's not about winning. It's just about doing what you said you're gonna do and trying your best and doing it. And if you fail, you failed, and you just hold yourself accountable for everything that you want in your life. And eventually it's gonna all work out. Like, it's like, you can't be putting in all this time and effort and dedication and hard work to not have anything at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And if I can't build a real empire, like I was just saying, at least I could have, like, pass on my values. You know what I mean? The values of my grandparents, and just keep continuing that. So like, my kids don't forget where they came from, and like, their kids don't forget where they came from. And I feel like that's a lot of the problems nowadays too. Everyone wants to like get rich quick, but no one actually looks back and say, like, how did we get to where we were today? Like, did you have to, like, did your family struggle? Like, they had to. At some point, everyone had to struggle. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You're Irish American,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
have to go to like, it's the same. It's the same boat. We came on different boats, but it's the same boat.
Yeah. Same concept.
We
It's
came here and they treated us like shit, and then we became part of their society, basically. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm there was
um,
no Irish need apply on most.
yeah, exactly. Same thing we had. Don't hire wops. Like, they're gonna steal all your money. Like, and
Mhm.
so yeah, basically, like, that's how I feel. Like, I just, like, I have that fighter in me and that survivor in me, and I just want to be able to pass that on. If anything, that would be my empire. If it's not, with a business or assets or whatever, like, what people think an empire is. It could just be the love I have and the, motivation I have and the fighter in me that make them all survivors. You know what I mean? Like teach them how to cook and um, make supersod. Like I know it sounds stupid, but like I learned how to make supersod like 6 years ago, and like that was the coolest thing ever. Like some old Italian man showed us, and like he was like, but like they wasn't in tears, but like when he told us, he's like, "Wait, you really want to learn? Like my kids are 40 and never asked me to learn, and he's been doing it since he's a kid." So like he passed that on to us, and that goes back thousands of years. So it's like when we were making the sausage, I could like feel like every time we tied a piece of string, like you could like feel the heritage, like you could feel that like in your DNA almost.
Wow.
Maybe I'm just like too dramatic, but like when I was in Italy last year, same thing. Like I was sitting out, like waiting for the cab to pick us up. We're about to go on the airplane back to England because we went to go see some friends in England. And I was talking to my brother, like, dude, like I feel like I belong here. Like I'm like my body's telling me I belong here. Like I don't want to leave. Like the sun was blistering me, but like I wasn't getting sunburn. I was drinking coffee right there. Like as I mean. Like if I was in Florida, I would have been beat red like a lobster, bro. I was sitting in the sun cooking, but it wasn't burning my skin. You're looking at the Mediterranean. I'm like, why would we leave here? This is like paradise. So I was like, wow. So that's been it's been a long year, but I'm really happy that you had me on and like we could talk for a little bit. I haven't seen you in a while, so it was like just nice to see you too. And I'm gonna wish you luck and everything with this podcast because I think this is a great like avenue to get your word out and like get other people in that are positive mindsets like you. Like I said, from when you moved down there to now, like you're a completely different person, but in the best way possible. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't say the old Pat's not in you. You know what I mean? Like you're still the Pat I know, but you were just you developed into like a new man. Like you're just like I said, that when I was down there, like that energy you were giving off to everybody I was getting it secondhand, and I was just like, whoa. I was like, wow, that's a rush. Like I was like, wow, like that's crazy. And like I didn't have to train any of those people, and I got the same rush that they had. I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like I was like, you do that every day? Like this happens every day to you? You're like, not really. Like I was like, dude,
That was pretty an
it happened like
exception,
four
man. That was
times in a
amazing.
row. I was like, dude, it happened like 4 or 5 times today. Like that doesn't happen every day.
Oh man, that was an exceptional night, but it's I'm
That was
just
like a drug for me, I swear. I was like, damn, I was like, oh, I need another fix of that. Like, please, like, like I need that.
honored and blessed to be a part of your journey, man. And I cannot wait to see what's next. What's next for Adaptive? What's next for you and your legacy and your empire? I look forward to having you on again in the future. Maybe
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
definitely between now and 2025 to hear how that's going.
Hell
And
yeah. Yeah.
keep dreaming big, man. We don't have enough of that in the world. And oh, just so grateful. Man,
And
thank you
next time we'll
so
do this
much.
live. We'll be in the same room the next time.
Yeah, yeah, I would love that.
Honestly, I think
Love
that would
that.
be cooler. But this is cool. This works.
Oh, this is
That's
convenient.
another thing, yo. If this adaptive brand actually takes off, like I would like to like go around the world, man, and like go to gyms there, go around and like actually like spread my mission basically. Like I
Mm,
guess that's what you could call it, a mission. I guess is like getting like charity over here, but it's like a mission, like just positivity and motivation. Like even if you don't have the best body or whatever, you're not the strongest person. Like just have that mindset. Like be positive, be motivated, and this can go to all aspects of your life, including work, family, spirituality. Like build it, like you build it in the gym and then you could spread it all out. I think Arnold's always preaching that
mm,
um that like he built his body in the gym, but that also built his mind and like built his businesses, and he took what he wanted. And that's like, I really like, I like Arnold a lot. I know it sounds so cliche, like he's just like everyone likes Arnold, but like no, like honestly, he's like so inspiring. It's like not even funny. And then like the other guys too that were working out with them, like they're just like so inspiring, and like people definitely lost that. Like they're
Mm,
looking at all these other influencers who are like doing stupid videos and like making a fool of themselves. Like these guys were actually like dedicated people, and not saying the other people aren't dedicated. They're just like making themselves look like assholes. And like Arnold and them were like in there grinding and like trying to be the best. Like they were trying to all be champions. And they are all champions. Like I said, even if you lose, you got up on stage. Most people will never do that
yeah.
in their, like most people. Like I've never done it before, but like I could see it. Like I'm like, you know what? I can do it because you know, fuck everybody that says you can't and says like, oh, you're gonna be disappointed when you lose. It's like I've been losing shit my whole life. You know what I mean? Like losing contests, losing sports. It doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like it's like whatever, I'll try again next time. Um,
Oh,
and come back better and just always be like you down 7 times, but you get up 8 times. Like
that's
the same thing, you know, like it just keep it pushing. Like, and at the end of the day, we all go to the same place. You know what I mean?
that's
So
true.
try to do the best you can when you're here. And, you know, hopefully you can put a smile on someone's face when they need it. And hopefully one day someone, when you need a smile, they can give you one back, you know?
Amen, man. Thank you so much. How can we support? How can the millions of followers that we have on the My Tribe podcast support you? Do you have Instagram? You know, what would
I have my Instagram. It's just like a personal one. It's ACONC21.
okay.
Working on the other for adaptive. We're working on the TikTok and the website and everything. It's just like a, you know, we're just trying to get it right just to make it look like it's actually a real thing.
Mhm.
But you know, once that gets launched, we're gonna have t-shirts and hats and all kinds of like book bags and shoes. We're gonna have like a bunch of apparel, and gonna try to branch into the supplement market.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like too much to talk about now, but there's like, you know, you could like get your brand onto supplements. So then like we'll have like a little supplement shop in the website. So people, you know, if you do create like, you know, drink creatine, we'll have like creatine and protein powders and vitamins like fish oil and stuff. Um, yeah, just, you know, stuff like that. But we're gonna just like focus on positive content, like in post workouts that we do. And I wish Buffy was in with us, but maybe next time, but like when we're more ready for that. Cause like I said, it's a little premature to even like bring it up, I think, but you know, I might as well. Because it's like a work, it's gonna be sooner than later. But I
Yeah.
think that that
Speak
might
it into
actually turn
existence.
into the gym brand, like we might call it adaptive fitness, and
Hmm.
then start the gym with that brand too. And just really like just push that, like be adaptable, be ready, like fight, survive, like do good things, like do good things, because there's so much bad in this world. There's no reason to be bad, you know what I mean? We
Yeah,
have to bring balance to this world. Like there's going to be 10 to 1 bad to good, you know what I mean?
you're right. There's not
And
enough
I
of it.
want to change that.
Mm. Well, we'll get on there. We'll follow you at
Oh yeah.
ACONC. It's there. I'll put it up.
Hey, yep,
It'll be
yep. I
in the
think it's my
bio.
name on the Zoom. Yeah.
And we'll yeah, it is on there. So perfect. That's right there. And again, thank you so much for your time. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you,
Heck
Andy.
yeah. No problem.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
like, so
Talk to you soon.
good luck, whatever.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.